Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from The Wrap. Now, this was published on January 13th. It's written by John Levine. And, oh God, it goes to show that they and the people in the legacy media cannot even admit that they're the ones that have created this situation in regards to Trump and their focus on it, and that it's a hell of their own making. All right, because they're the ones that have become so Trump deranged that they've made it their end-all be-all to be Trump-bashing butt-fucks 24/7. Yeah, so look at the title here. NBC News veteran leaves network, says media has become prisoner of Donald Trump. No, they've become prisoners of their own making, of themselves, of their own psyches, of their own psychology. Not Donald Trump. He had nothing to do with it, except exist and win the presidency. You're the ones who fucking took off running like you did in your Trump deranged delusional states, like Chicken Little going, the sky is falling, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And it hasn't worked. And you keep trying and you keep trying and you just don't realize that maybe you should just fucking give up and move on and actually just start reporting on shit. Like normal fucking shit. Instead of making the news cycle Trump 24/7. NBC, like the rest of the news media, could no longer keep up with the world, Bill Arkin says, because they chose to focus on fucking Trump. You stupid fuck, Arkin. Holy shit, you all chose to focus on Trump. You could have said, well, let's make this much time Trump time, and let's cover the rest of the world, or what's, you know, local within the country, or local within a region, or local within a community. You chose to be Trump deluded, deranged dipshits. 24/7. That's on you. Trump didn't make you do that. Holy shit. NBC News veteran Bill Arkin made a dramatic exit from his network Wednesday, dropping a 2228, that's just easy to say that way, word internal memo to colleagues criticizing NBC and the broader media landscape. In his lengthy missive, Arkin said the industry has become hostage to President Trump's news cycle. No, they choose what the news cycle is. This is what's fucked up. The legacy media has literally shaped the news cycle for fucking decades. For longer than that. Okay, we're talking going back to the days of the newspaper barons like Hearst. Okay? They literally shaped the fucking news cycle. They chose what the news cycle was. Now they want to play it like they have no control over the news cycle. They're the ones that are making it 24/7 Trump. They could actually cover, like, oh, I don't know, the Ebola fucking problem going on in Africa right now. They could be covering, you know, they could be covering shit. How employment is the best, you know, best it's been. You know, they could cover all these other different things, but they choose to do Trump, and Russia, and stupid shit like that. That's on them. The world and the state of journalism is in tandem crisis, and I find myself completely out of sync with the network, being neither a day-to-day reporter nor interested in the Trump circus, Arkin wrote. In our day-to-day whirlwind and hostage status as prisoners of Donald Trump, I think, like everyone else does, that we miss so much. Oh God, this guy's a fucking Trump deranged idiot for sure with that line. In our day-to-day whirlwind and hostage status as prisoners of Donald Trump. You are not prisoners. He is not holding you hostage. Okay? He is not holding you there with a gun, telling you, you bastards have to cover me. You know, he's sitting there talking with a New York accent going, yeah, you know, he's got a gun on him or whatever, and he's going, you got to report on me. No, that's not what he's fucking doing. He's not a mobster. Okay? You think he's like some deranged psychotic fuck and he's forcing you to cover him. No. See, you people don't understand. You want something to go away. You ignore it. See, that's one of the problems, like with Sargon of Akkad, for example. Like, to give an example out here online, okay? That stupid fuck does not know how to do that. Does not know, like, his shit with the alt-right, which led to that whole white end fucking thing, all right? Which, there's major revisionist history on that, and that's a whole fucking video in itself. But because they were making fun of him because he was being a disrespectful shit to them, okay? Before that led up to that whole white end thing. And when he opened his mouth and said that, after the fact, he went, oh shit. And that's when he came up, you know, minutes later and said, that's what, I'm calling you that because that's what you think black people act like. It's like, no, you stupid fuck. You're saying that well after the fact to cover your fucking ass minutes later. All right. And that's, if he had just ignored them, it wouldn't have escalated because he was going, you have to respect me. And they're like, fuck you. And that's when that whole white end thing, because he was like, you have to respect me. And they're laughing at him. And that's when he spurged out and started calling them a bunch of white ends. See, if he had just ignored them, he wouldn't be in the fucking situation he is right now. All right? His fucking ongoing feud with people like Andy Worski, Ethan Ralph, and Mr. Medicare. If he had just ignored them instead of fucking taking digs at them, shit wouldn't have kept going on and on and on. But see, they know that they're going to keep getting a rise out of him, and he's going to keep spurging out. Okay? I mean, when you treat Andy, because he's got a stutter, like a fucking retard, of course he's going to show you he's fucking smarter than you and do shit like, oh, I don't know, register the trademark for liberalist? Jesus fucking Christ. All right? If you're going to go out there and go, well, I'm dealing with pan-European politics. I have a suit. I bet Jim doesn't have a suit. And then you show up looking like a fucking ragamuffin. Like you pulled your goddamn fucking suit off the rack at the Salvation Army. Of course you're going to get fucking made fun of for that shit. Okay, Sargon of fucking Applebee's. Now where are my fucking appetizers, bitch? Jesus Christ. Of course you're going to get fucking made fun of. All right? Ignore that shit. How hard is that? See, it's the same thing here. They can choose to ignore Trump. And if they ignored Trump and didn't give him coverage, a lot of his shit would just be ignored on the note of the things that, like, are being positive in regards to Trump. You wouldn't be helping him gain more support. All right, because every time you try to make him look like a spurging fucking idiot when he's being reasonable, you look like the spurging fucking idiots. See, I'm going to start calling this Sargon of Akkad syndrome, because this is like the Sargon of Akkad syndrome type shit. You don't ignore something, you keep pushing the fucking issue, and then you blame the other person for the shit that you fucking caused. That's textbook fucking, you know, swindler. It really fucking is. I'm going to call this Sargon of Akkad syndrome, for fuck's sake. If they had just ignored him, they wouldn't be where they are. They wouldn't be hostages of their own making. It's that simple. They don't get it, though. Arkin had worked at NBC on and off for 3 decades as a reporter and military analyst. In his memo, he also spoke about highlights of that tenure, which included covering the Cold War, providing analysis during the war in Kosovo, and as an on-air analyst after, 9/11. Those are highlights. Wow. A perpetual war. A war that really shouldn't have been happening in Kosovo, with U.S. involvement at least. And being on the air after 9/11. So this guy's highlights are because of global fucking tragedies, and he's proud of that fact. Okay, dude. You're a little fucked in the head. Somewhere in all of that, and particularly as the social media wave began, it was clear that NBC, like the rest of the news media, could no longer keep up with the world, Arkin said, adding that the media approach to covering global conflict has resulted in the acceptance of a state of perpetual war. Oh, God. Social media is, and the legacy media's approach to covering global conflict has resulted in perpetual war. It isn't the deep state, war hawks. It isn't any of those fuckers. It isn't the globalists. Oh, no. Okay. Holy shit. That's some funny shit. Wow. I was disheartened to watch NBC and much of the rest of the news media somehow become a defender of Washington and the system, he continued. Oh, you mean when they started sucking Obama's dick for 8 years? Is that what you're talking about? When they were sucking George H.W.'s dick on going into countries that we had no fucking right to go into, that we had absolutely, no legal basis to? You talking about then? Which I find funny that you bring up, a highlight of your career. One of those things that you're proud of is you're being an on-air analyst after 9/11. You wouldn't have been there, you stupid fuck, if it wasn't for that shit. Oh my God. The letter also offered praise to various NBC staffers, including Cynthia McFadden, Kevin Monahan, Noah Oppenheim, and the younger reporters at the network, whom he called universally excellent. Okay. They're all Trump deranged idiots, but all right. I'm a difficult guy, not prone to either protocol or procedure, and I give NBC credit that it tolerated me through my various incarnations, Arkin conceded. Okay. They had you on as a fucking military analyst. I mean, they didn't need you 24/7, dipshit. A rep for NBC News declined to comment. You can read the full memo here. Okay. It is not the first time Arkin has offered public musings after leaving an employer and has a long reputation as a contrarian. He penned a similar piece after exiting Gawker. Fucking Gawker. Yeah, okay. Back in 2015. Oh, this guy's been to some real shitty fucking worked at some real shitty fucking outlets then. He also wrote a critically about what the fuck? Second fucking article in a row with a critical about a New York Times report. He also wrote critically about a holy fucking shit. This sentence I'm assuming should be he also wrote a critically about a New York Times report. I'm assuming it is. He also wrote critically about a New York Times report in which he himself was listed as a contributor. The Washington Post called him a controversial figure while he was blogging for the paper back in 2007. He's a Trump deranged idiot. You're all Trump deranged idiots. Holy fucking shit. He's just sick of being on the Trump deranged ride. He's sick of the news cycle being 24/7 fucking Trump. And he's trying to act like you guys are prisoners of fucking Trump. No, you're prisoners of yourselves. You choose what the news cycle is. You choose what to report. For fuck's sake, I do that in these videos. I look through articles, I find articles that I want to talk about, and I talk about them. And I do some research, if there's something that needs to be countered, and I go about doing that. It's not really that fucking hard. It's called personal fucking choice. Maybe they'll grasp that someday, and they'll stop blaming other people for their own fucking shit. I mean, whatever happened to personal fucking responsibility? Because if you report on Trump 24/7, that's on you. Anyways, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.